The year was 2008. The global financial system teetered on the brink of collapse. Trust in traditional institutions plummeted. From the ashes of this crisis, a radical idea emerged: Bitcoin. This digital currency, the brainchild of the pseudonymous Satoshi Nakamoto, promised a decentralized and transparent alternative to the existing financial order. Bitcoin was introduced to the world through a white paper published on a cryptography mailing list. This document, dense with technical jargon, outlined a vision for a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. It described a world where transactions could occur directly between parties, without the need for intermediaries like banks. The implications were profound. At its core, Bitcoin represented a radical departure from traditional currencies. It wasn't tied to any government or central bank. Its value was determined solely by the forces of supply and demand in the open market. This decentralized nature, combined with its cryptographic security features, made it a compelling proposition for those seeking financial sovereignty. In its early days, Bitcoin remained the domain of a small group of tech-savvy enthusiasts and cryptographers. They saw its potential to disrupt the status quo. These early adopters mined Bitcoin, using their computers to solve complex mathematical problems and validate transactions on the network. As word of Bitcoin spread, its value began to rise. The price was volatile, subject to wild swings as more people entered the market. The media took notice, reporting on its use on the dark web and its potential for illicit activities. Governments and regulators expressed concerns, grappling with how to classify and regulate this new form of digital asset. Despite the skepticism and uncertainty, Bitcoin continued to gain traction. Online forums buzzed with discussions about its potential. Libertarians and proponents of individual freedom were drawn to its decentralized nature. Technologists marveled at the elegance of its design and the potential of its underlying technology, blockchain. Fast forward to today, and Bitcoin has come a long way from its humble beginnings. It has evolved from an obscure digital experiment to a globally recognized asset class. Its price has reached astronomical heights, attracting the attention of institutional investors and Wall Street giants. Governments are now taking Bitcoin more seriously, exploring its potential implications for monetary policy and financial stability. Central banks are researching the development of their own digital currencies, inspired in part by Bitcoin's success. The world is watching, eager to see what the future holds for this digital disruptor. To understand Bitcoin's true potential, we must delve into the heart of its innovation, the blockchain. This ingenious technology forms the bedrock upon which Bitcoin's entire system operates, ensuring its security, transparency, and resilience. Imagine a digital ledger, distributed across countless computers worldwide, recording every single Bitcoin transaction ever made. This, in essence, is the blockchain. Picture a chain composed of individual blocks, each containing a set of verified Bitcoin transactions. These blocks are linked together chronologically, forming an unbreakable chain of information. This chronological structure allows anyone to trace the history of any Bitcoin from its creation to its current owner, ensuring transparency and accountability. The beauty of the blockchain lies in its decentralized nature. Unlike traditional ledgers maintained by a single authority, the Bitcoin blockchain is distributed across a vast network of computers. This means there is no single point of failure, making it incredibly difficult for hackers to compromise the system. Each node or computer on the network holds a complete copy of the blockchain, ensuring its integrity and immutability. Section 2. A ledger like no other, Immutability and Transparency. The blockchain's decentralized and cryptographic nature imbues it with two crucial properties: immutability and transparency. Once a transaction is recorded on the blockchain, it's virtually impossible to alter or reverse. This tamper-proof characteristic stems from the cryptographic hash functions that link each block to the one before it. Any attempt to modify a past transaction would require altering every subsequent block in the chain, a task of Herculean difficulty. This immutability fosters an unprecedented level of trust and security. Users can be confident that their transactions, once confirmed, are permanent and cannot be manipulated by any single entity. The blockchain's transparency further enhances this trust. Every transaction, every movement of Bitcoin is viewable by anyone on the network. This open and auditable nature promotes accountability and deters fraudulent activities. This transparency is not without its critics. Some argue that the public nature of Bitcoin transactions raises privacy concerns. However, Bitcoin addresses this through the use of pseudonymous addresses. While transactions are publicly visible, the identities of the parties involved are not directly linked to their real-world identities. Section 3. The power of decentralization, a network of trust. Decentralization is the beating heart of Bitcoin and the blockchain. It is this very principle that sets it apart from traditional financial systems. By distributing control among a vast network of participants, Bitcoin eliminates the need for intermediaries like banks and governments. This has profound implications for financial inclusion, censorship resistance, and individual sovereignty. In many parts of the world, access to traditional banking services is limited. Bitcoin offers a lifeline, providing a secure and accessible way to store and transfer value without relying on centralized institutions. Its decentralized nature also makes it resistant to censorship. Governments and corporations cannot easily shut down the Bitcoin network or control the flow of transactions. This freedom from centralized control is particularly appealing to individuals living under oppressive regimes or facing financial restrictions. Bitcoin empowers them with financial sovereignty, allowing them to transact freely and control their own assets without interference. This has led some to view Bitcoin as a tool for promoting individual liberty and economic empowerment. Section 4. Mining for digital gold, securing the blockchain. The integrity and security of the Bitcoin blockchain are upheld by a global network of computers engaged in a process called mining. These miners, using specialized hardware, compete to solve complex mathematical problems. The first miner to find the solution adds a new block of transactions to the blockchain and receives a reward in Bitcoin. This process, known as proof of work, is energy-intensive but essential for maintaining the network's security. Miners act as the network's decentralized auditors, verifying and adding transactions to the blockchain. The computational power they collectively contribute makes it incredibly difficult for malicious actors to double-spend Bitcoin or manipulate the blockchain. The mining process also serves to introduce new Bitcoins into circulation, mimicking the way gold is mined from the earth. However, unlike gold, the rate at which new Bitcoins are created is predetermined and decreases over time, ensuring its scarcity. This controlled supply is one of the factors that has contributed to Bitcoin's value appreciation. Bitcoin's emergence has ignited a global debate about the future of money. Proponents hail it as a revolutionary technology poised to disrupt traditional finance, while skeptics dismiss it as a speculative bubble. Regardless of the debate, Bitcoin has sparked a paradigm shift in how we think about currency. Its decentralized nature and borderless transactions have captured imaginations. Some envision a future where Bitcoin becomes a widely accepted form of payment, challenging the dominance of fiat currencies. Others see it as a store of value, akin to digital gold, offering a hedge against inflation and economic uncertainty. As Bitcoin continues to evolve and mature, its potential impact on the global financial system remains a subject of intense speculation. Will it revolutionize the way we transact and interact with money, or will it fade into obscurity, a footnote in the history of financial innovation? Only time will tell. However, one thing is certain: Bitcoin has already left an indelible mark on the world, forcing us to reimagine the possibilities of finance in the digital age. Bitcoin, once relegated to the fringes of the internet, has steadily gained a foothold in the global financial system. Its decentralized nature and unique properties have challenged traditional notions of currency and finance, forcing established institutions to take notice. What began as a niche experiment has evolved into a formidable force, disrupting the status quo and sparking a debate about the future of money itself. Initially met with skepticism and dismissal, Bitcoin gradually attracted the attention of early adopters and tech enthusiasts. They recognized its potential to disrupt the centralized control of traditional financial systems. As its value began to rise, so too did its profile, drawing the curiosity of investors, entrepreneurs, and even regulators. The financial world, long dominated by established banks and institutions, now had to contend with a decentralized, digital alternative. Bitcoin's peer-to-peer nature allowed users to bypass traditional intermediaries, transferring value directly to one another without the need for banks or payment processors. This had the potential to upend established business models and reshape the financial landscape. As Bitcoin gained traction, its narrative began to shift. No longer seen solely as a digital curiosity, it emerged as a potential store of value, a digital counterpart to gold. This narrative was fueled by Bitcoin's limited supply. Only 21 million Bitcoins will ever exist, and its decentralized nature, which made it resistant to government interference and monetary manipulation. Investors, concerned about inflation and the depreciation of fiat currencies, began to see Bitcoin as a safe haven asset. Its value, though volatile, showed a long-term upward trend, attracting those seeking to preserve their wealth against economic uncertainty. The analogy to gold, a traditional safe haven asset, resonated with investors seeking an alternative to traditional financial instruments. Central banks, through quantitative easing and other monetary policies, were injecting trillions into the global economy. This, some argued, would inevitably lead to inflation and erode the purchasing power of fiat currencies. Bitcoin, with its fixed supply and decentralized nature, offered a potential hedge against these risks, further bolstering its appeal as digital gold. Section 3. Bypassing the gatekeepers, financial inclusion and empowerment. Beyond its role as a potential store of value, Bitcoin has also emerged as a tool for financial inclusion, empowering individuals who lack access to traditional banking services. In many developing countries, opening a bank account can be prohibitively difficult, leaving millions without access to basic financial tools. Bitcoin offers a solution, allowing anyone with an internet connection to participate in the global economy. Sending and receiving Bitcoin requires no bank account, no credit check, and no lengthy application process. This has opened up a world of possibilities for individuals and businesses in underserved communities. Remittances, a lifeline for many developing countries, are often burdened by high fees and slow transfer times. Bitcoin offers a more efficient and cost-effective alternative, allowing workers abroad to send money back home with minimal fees and near instantaneous transactions. This has the potential to transform the lives of millions by putting more money directly into the hands of those who need it most. Section 4. A bumpy road ahead, regulatory hurdles and institutional adoption. Despite its growing influence, Bitcoin's journey into the mainstream financial system has not been without its challenges. Regulators around the world have grappled with how to classify and oversee this new asset class, often struggling to keep pace with its rapid evolution. This regulatory uncertainty has created hurdles for businesses operating in the Bitcoin space and has made some institutional investors hesitant to fully embrace it. Some governments have taken a cautious approach, implementing strict regulations to prevent money laundering and other illicit activities. Others have been more welcoming, recognizing Bitcoin's potential to foster innovation and attract investment. This patchwork of regulations has created a complex landscape for businesses and investors navigating the world of Bitcoin. Institutional adoption, while steadily increasing, has also been gradual. Large financial institutions, accustomed to the stability and regulatory clarity of traditional markets, have been hesitant to fully embrace Bitcoin's volatility and the perceived risks associated with its decentralized nature. However, as Bitcoin's market capitalization has grown and its infrastructure has matured, institutional interest has steadily increased. Bitcoin's transformative potential. As Bitcoin matures, its transformative potential is clear. Decentralized, transparent, and borderless, it reshapes money and finance. Challenges remain, but the possibilities are vast. Some see Bitcoin as a future payment form, challenging fiat currencies. Others see it driving financial innovation. Bitcoin's applications are vast and still being explored. It has sparked a global conversation about the future of money, the promise of financial sovereignty, individual empowerment in the digital age. Bitcoin's allure extends far beyond its potential as an investment or a currency. At its core, Bitcoin embodies a profound shift in the balance of financial power. Individuals can have complete control over their own money, free from centralized institutions. With Bitcoin, individuals can transact freely, without fear of accounts being frozen or transactions censored. Imagine a world where your money is truly yours, where you can send and receive value instantly, anywhere in the world. A more inclusive financial system, breaking down barriers to entry. Traditional financial systems often act as gatekeepers, excluding billions of people worldwide who lack access to basic financial services. Opening a bank account, obtaining credit, or even sending money across borders can be prohibitively difficult, particularly in developing countries. This lack of financial inclusion perpetuates poverty and stifles economic growth. Bitcoin offers a powerful solution, providing an open and accessible platform for anyone with an internet connection. With Bitcoin, geographical boundaries become irrelevant. Individuals can send and receive value instantly, regardless of their location or credit history. This has the potential to revolutionize remittances, microfinance, and other financial services, empowering individuals and communities that have long been excluded from the traditional financial system. Imagine a world where financial services are no longer a privilege, but a right, accessible to everyone. Bitcoin, with its decentralized and borderless nature, has the potential to make this vision a reality, fostering greater financial inclusion and driving economic growth in underserved communities worldwide. The efficiency revolution, streamlining transactions, slashing costs. The traditional financial system, with its layers of intermediaries and cumbersome processes, is often slow, inefficient, and expensive. Sending a simple wire transfer can take days to process and involve hefty fees. Bitcoin offers a refreshing alternative, streamlining transactions and slashing costs for individuals and businesses alike. Bitcoin transactions are processed through a global network of computers, bypassing the need for intermediaries like banks and payment processors. This peer-to-peer nature allows for faster transaction times, often within minutes, and significantly lower fees compared to traditional methods. This efficiency is particularly beneficial for cross-border transactions, where traditional systems can be especially slow and expensive. Businesses, particularly those operating in the e-commerce space, stand to benefit significantly from Bitcoin's efficiency. By accepting Bitcoin payments, businesses can reduce transaction fees, avoid chargebacks, and expand their customer base to a global audience. This increased efficiency and reduced costs can translate into higher profits and greater competitiveness in the marketplace. Section 4. Navigating the volatility, storm price swings, and market manipulation. Bitcoin's journey has been anything but smooth sailing. Its price has been characterized by extreme volatility, experiencing dramatic price swings that have both exhilarated and terrified investors. This volatility stems from a variety of factors, including market speculation, regulatory uncertainty, and the relatively small size of the Bitcoin market compared to traditional asset classes. While some investors have profited handsomely from Bitcoin's price swings, others have suffered significant losses. This volatility has made Bitcoin a target for critics, who argue that it is too risky to be considered a viable currency or investment. Concerns about market manipulation, insider trading, and the potential for bubbles and crashes have also plagued Bitcoin's reputation. Despite these concerns, Bitcoin's volatility has gradually decreased as the market has matured and institutional investors have entered the space. Furthermore, the development of new financial instruments, such as Bitcoin futures and options, has provided investors with tools to hedge against price swings and manage their risk more effectively. Section 5. The Decentralization Dilemma, Scalability, and the Quest for Consensus. Bitcoin's decentralized nature, while being one of its greatest strengths, also presents significant challenges, particularly when it comes to scalability and achieving consensus. The Bitcoin network can only process a limited number of transactions per second, which has led to network congestion and higher transaction fees during periods of high demand. This scalability issue has sparked heated debates within the Bitcoin community, leading to the emergence of different technical solutions and even the creation of alternative cryptocurrencies. One proposed solution is the Lightning Network, a second-layer technology that enables faster and cheaper Bitcoin transactions by moving them off the main blockchain. Achieving consensus on which transactions are valid and should be added to the blockchain is another challenge inherent in a decentralized system. Bitcoin's proof-of-work consensus mechanism, while secure, is energy-intensive and can be slow. Alternative consensus mechanisms, such as proof-of-stake, have been proposed as more energy-efficient and scalable alternatives. The Bitcoin debate. Bitcoin has ignited a global debate, dividing economists, investors, and technologists into believers and skeptics. This clash reflects Bitcoin's disruptive nature, challenging traditional finance and our assumptions about currency. Bitcoin evangelists see it as a revolutionary force, pointing to its decentralized nature and potential to empower individuals. Skeptics view Bitcoin as a speculative bubble, citing its volatility and association with illicit activities. Institutional adoption and mainstream acceptance. Bitcoin has steadily gained traction, moving from the fringes to the mainstream financial world. Institutional investors, corporations, and governments are exploring its use cases. Major financial institutions are launching cryptocurrency trading desks, offering custody services, and investing directly in Bitcoin. This adoption signals Bitcoin's growing legitimacy and potential as a mainstream asset class. More companies are accepting Bitcoin, recognizing its benefits. Section 3. Beyond Currency, Exploring the Potential of Blockchain Technology. While Bitcoin's role as a digital currency has dominated the conversation, its underlying technology, blockchain, has emerged as a transformative force in its own right. Blockchain's potential applications extend far beyond finance, with the power to revolutionize industries ranging from supply chain management and healthcare to voting and identity verification. At its core, blockchain is a decentralized and secure system for recording and verifying transactions. This makes it ideal for tracking the movement of goods, data, or anything of value. In supply chain management, for example, blockchain can be used to create a transparent and tamper-proof record of a product's journey from origin to consumer, reducing fraud, improving efficiency, and increasing trust. In healthcare, blockchain can be used to securely store and share medical records, giving patients greater control over their data and improving the efficiency of healthcare delivery. In voting, blockchain can create a more secure and transparent system, reducing the risk of fraud and increasing trust in democratic processes. These are just a few examples of the countless ways blockchain technology is being explored and implemented across industries. Section 4. The Regulatory Landscape, Navigating the Evolving Legal Terrain. As Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have gained prominence, governments and regulatory bodies around the world have grappled with how to classify and oversee this new asset class. The decentralized and borderless nature of Bitcoin presents unique challenges for regulators, who are accustomed to operating within the confines of national borders and established financial institutions. Some countries have taken a proactive approach, creating clear regulatory frameworks for cryptocurrencies, fostering innovation while addressing concerns about money laundering, consumer protection, and tax evasion. Others have taken a more cautious approach, issuing warnings to investors about the risks of cryptocurrencies or implementing outright bans on their use. The lack of a unified global regulatory framework has created uncertainty for businesses and investors operating in the cryptocurrency space. However, as the industry matures and governments gain a better understanding of the technology and its implications, we can expect to see greater regulatory clarity, which will likely lead to increased institutional adoption and mainstream acceptance. The emergence of Bitcoin has sparked a fundamental question. What is the future of money? Will Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies replace traditional fiat currencies? Or will they coexist, each serving different needs and purposes? The answer is complex and likely to evolve over time. Bitcoin has carved out a niche, providing an alternative for those seeking financial freedom. The future of money will be multifaceted, with traditional and digital currencies coexisting. As we stand at this pivotal juncture in the evolution of finance, Bitcoin finds itself at a crossroads, its future shaped by technological advancements, regulatory shifts, and societal acceptance. The path ahead is fraught with uncertainty, yet compelling. Will Bitcoin fulfill its promise as a revolutionary force, reshaping the financial landscape? Or will it succumb to the challenges that lie ahead? The future of Bitcoin remains unwritten, a tapestry woven from innovation and speculation. One thing is certain: Bitcoin has already left an indelible mark on the world. Predicting the future, especially in the realm of technology, is a fool's errand. For every accurate prediction, countless others have fallen by the wayside, victims of unforeseen technological leaps, shifting market dynamics, or simply the unpredictable nature of human behavior. To attempt to predict the future of Bitcoin with any degree of certainty would be an exercise in futility. Instead, embrace the uncertainty, acknowledge the myriad possibilities, and engage in dialogue about the future we want to create. The future of Bitcoin and finance is a canvas upon which we can paint our vision of a more equitable, accessible, and advanced financial system. The future of Bitcoin is not decided by a select few. It's a collective endeavor, woven from countless individual choices and actions. Each of us has a role in shaping the future of money, determining if Bitcoin fulfills its potential or fades away. For those who believe in decentralization and a more equitable financial system, now is the time to engage. The future of Bitcoin is a call to action, an invitation to participate in a profound societal shift.